Hello, girls. How are you? I am very happy to see you again. Welcome to math class. Remember, you can pause the video anytime you need to, and to continue, you just have to click play. There are 3 things we are going to do today. First, we are going to practice mental math. Second, we are going to understand and learn a new concept, which I know makes you very happy. And third, you will have the opportunity to practice what you have learned. So as I told you, the first thing we are going to do is practice mental math. So get ready. What are you going to need? You need your notebook or any piece of paper. Better if it is a grid paper, right? You also need the red pencil to write numbers from 1 to 10 and the black pencil to write the result of the operation I will tell you, and an eraser just in case you need to do any correction. So once you have your materials ready, remember that the first thing you have to do is to write numbers from 1 to 10 with your red pencil. Take into account that when we do mental math, you only need to write the result of the operation. Are you ready? Let's start. Now it's time for you to take the dictation. Remember, I will repeat each operation twice. Number 1, 3 times 8. 3 times 8. Number 2, 6 times 7. 6 times 7. Number 3, 9 times 5. 9 times 5. Number 4, 2 times 9. 2 times 9. Number 5, 4 times 7. 4 times 7. Number 6, 6 times 9. 6 times 9. Number 7, 10 times 6. 10 times 6. Number 8, 8 times 9. 8 times 9. Number 9, 7 times 8. 7 times 8. Number 10, 5 times 8. 5 times 8. Okay, everybody, drop your pencils, hands up. And now it's time to check and correct your work. Are you ready? You can pick any color you want to do your corrections. Okay, let's start. Please help me out, okay? So number 1, 3 times 8 equals 24. Good job. Very good. Number 2, 6 times 7 equals 42. Fantastic. Number 3, 9 times 5 equals? Great job, 45. Very good. Number 4, 2 times 9 equals? Yes, you're right. 18 is the answer. Number 5, 4 times 7 equals? 28. Very good. How are you doing so far? I guess you're doing fantastic. Number 6, 6 times 9 equals? Excellent. 54 it is. Number 7, 10 times 6 equals? Yes, 60 is the right answer. Number 8, 8 times 9 equals? Wow, you're doing fantastic. Yes, 72. Number 9, 7 times 8 equals? I know this one is a hard one, but I am sure you got correctly, right? 56. Super. And number 10, 5 times 8 is equal to? Yes, 40. Great job, ladies. Okay, so now let's go to the second part in our agenda, which is understand and learn a new concept. The new concept we are going to learn about is division. Now I'm going to tell you the objectives for this lesson. The first objective is understand the meaning of division. The second one, identify the parts of division and their meanings. The third one, identify and model different types of division problems. And the fourth one, understand the relationship between multiplication and division as inverse operations. In order to start, we are going to begin solving some problem-solving stories. The situation A goes as follows. Susanna is going to celebrate her birthday with a tea party. She bought 12 balloons shaped as butterflies. She wants to have the same number of balloons decorating each one of the 3 tables where she and her friends are going to sit down to take the tea. How many balloons will be decorating each table? Situation B goes as follows. A party favor is a small gift given to the guests as a way to thank them for their attendance. Susanna is organizing the party favors in beautiful bags for her birthday celebration. She has 36 squishes, and she is putting 3 squishes in each bag. How many bags does she need for her party favors? So, I invite you to pause the video for a moment and try solving these 2 problems on your own. You may use drawings or pictures to help you to solve the situations. Once you're ready, you can click again to continue watching this presentation and verify how did you do. Check and correct your work. Okay, so I guess you're ready to check and correct your work. Let's see. Remember, situation A was about Susanna having 12 balloons shaped as butterflies, which she wants to share equally in the 3 tables she's going to have for her birthday party, right? So here we have the 12 balloons shaped as butterflies, and here we have the 3 tables. I guess you used, I don't know, circles, squares, or you do the tables, or whatever pictures you used to help you solve the situation. In this case, I used circles to represent each one of the tables in her birthday party. Okay, so remember we have to share 12 balloons in 3 tables. So I'm going to start doing that. So I will share 1 balloon in this table, 1 balloon in this table, and 1 balloon in this table. If I had 12 balloons and I already shared 3 of them, it means I still have 9 balloons left to keep sharing in the tables. So I will share 1 more balloon in each one of the tables. Here we go, 1, 2, and 3, which means I still have 6 balloons left to share in each one of the tables. So let's share 1 more balloon in each one of the tables. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, what does it mean? It means we still have 3 more balloons to share in each one of the tables. So I will share 1 more balloon in each one of the tables. And voila! What does it mean? It means there will be 4 balloons decorating each table. Now let's go to situation B. Here, Susanna is organizing the party favors in beautiful bags, as this one we can see in here, right? And here we have the 36 squishes she's going to include in her party favors. So now we have a different situation, right? Because now we need to find out the amount of groups. What does it mean? That we need to share the 36 squishes in groups of 3. So let's see how I did it. So I share a group of 3 squishes. If I have 36 squishes and I share 3 squishes in one of the groups, it means I still have 33 more squishes to share. So I make another group of 3 squishes. Now I have 30 squishes left to share. I make another group of 3 squishes, which means that now I have 27 squishes left to share. I make another group, and now I have 24 more squishes left to share. So I can continue sharing groups of 3 squishes until I am out of squishes. Now that I shared another one, it means I have 21 squishes left to share. I make another group of 3 squishes, and now I have 18 squishes left to share. I make another group. Now I have 15 squishes left to share. Another group of 3, and now I have 12 more squishes left to share. When I make another group of 3, now I have 9 squishes left to share. I make another group of 3 squishes, which means I have 6 squishes left to share. So how many more groups can I make with these 6 squishes? Yes, you're super right. We can make 2 more groups of 3 squishes. So now I am going to count the amount of groups I was able to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What does it mean? It means Susanna needs 12 bags for her party favors. So, what were you doing in each one of the situations? Yes, you're right. You were sharing or splitting a total number of elements into equal groups. But were the 2 situations the same? Oh, you're right. They were different, right? In both of them, you were sharing or splitting elements. But in situation A, you had to find the number of elements in each group. And in situation B, you had to find the number of groups. Let's do an activity in which you're going to practice what you had learned so far, and it is going to help you to understand the division concept in a better way. For this activity, you need the following materials: one empty carton for eggs, as the one you have here, and about 35 beans. If you don't have the carton for eggs or the beans, don't worry. Any other resources available at home will be fine. The objective for this activity is to share the beans into equal groups using the egg carton in order to solve two kinds of exercises. Find the number of elements in each group and find the number of groups. So, remember, you may pause the video anytime you need to get ready, and once you have all the materials necessary to do the activity, you can click play again. Here we go with exercise number 1. Please count 32 beans. Share or split them into 8 equal groups, as I am showing you in here. And the answer and the question you have to answer is how many beans are there in each group. So remember, pause the video as you do the activity and click play again when you're ready to check and correct your work. I am going to share my answer with you. So here I have the 8 groups, and I'm going to start sharing the 32 beans the following way. I'm going to start by placing 1 bean into each group. What does it mean? That I still have 24 more beans to share in the 8 groups. So I continue. I share 1 more bean in each one of the groups. Now I have 16 beans left to share. So I continue the process. Now, guess what? I have exactly 8 beans left to share. So guess what? Yes, you're right. I share 1 more bean in each one of the groups. And I find out there are 8 beans in each group. Now let's go to exercise 2. In exercise 2, I am going to ask you to please count 24 beans. You are going to share or split them in such a way that you have 2 beans in each group. And the question you have to answer is, how many groups were you able to make? Here, here I am showing you an example. So again, I invite you to pause the video, do the exercise, and once you're ready, click play again. Okay, let's check and correct the answer. So here are the 2 beans of the example, and what I'm going to do is to keep sharing the beans in groups of 2 until I don't have any beans left. And there we go. I was able to make 12 groups. Are you ready for exercise 3? For this exercise, I need you to please count 35 beans. Share or split them in such a way that you have 5 beans in each group. The question you have to answer this time is how many groups were you able to make? So again, pause your video as you solve this exercise and then click play again to check and correct your work. Here, this is the way in which the beans were shared in this exercise. And the answer is, I was able to make 7 groups. Here we go with exercise number 4. In this exercise, you have to count 21 beans. Share or split them into 3 equal groups. And the question you have to answer is how many beans are there in each group. Once more, please pause the video so you will be able to accomplish this task, and then click play again to check and correct your work. Here is the answer for this exercise. There are 7 beans in each group. Now we go with exercise number 5, which is a very interesting exercise. This time, I am going to ask you to please count 13 beans. Share or split them into 2 equal groups. And you are going to ask yourself, what do I notice? How can I express this result? Take your time, pause the video, and click play again when you're ready to check your answer. Yes, my dear, you are so right. In this case, we have 2 equal groups, each one with 6 beans in each. But we have 1 left over. In division, the leftover is called remainder. So, what is division? Division is the process of breaking a whole item or a set of items and splitting or sharing them into equal groups. When you use division, you start with a big number and break it into smaller equal pieces. This operation is used to find how many equal groups or how many elements are there in each group when a total is equally shared. When can I divide? I divide when I share a total into equal groups. I know the total. I share equally. I know the number of equal groups or the number of elements in each group. Division has its own special terms to describe the parts of the number sentence. The dividend is the starting number, the one I am going to share into groups. It represents the total number of elements to be shared. It is the number that is being divided. The divisor is the number the dividend is being divided by. It can be either the number of equal groups or the number of elements in each group. The quotient is a fancy name for the answer to the division problem. It can be either the number of elements in each group or the number of equal groups. There are 3 ways to write a division number sentence, as you can see in the example. Now, please pause this presentation and go to the PowerPoint presentation. Click on the link. Click on this link, please, so you can watch the video. After watching the video, please click play again to continue with this video, with the current video. Now, please go to the file I sent and print the paper called Review About the Vision. You may fasten it into your folder or paste it in the notebook, as you prefer. Now, let's go to the third step in our agenda, which is to apply what you had learned so far. In order to do that, I invite you to please go and take your workbook. You have to open your workbook on Reteaching 1.6. Please read the explanation. It is really useful. And complete Reteaching and Practice 1.6. In a moment, we will get together again so we can check and correct your work. So please pause the video, do your work, and click play again when you're ready to see the corrections. Okay, hello girls. So here I am, ready to help you to check and correct your work. So let's start with Reteaching 1.6. I am going to use these exercises as an opportunity to help you to understand how division works as a repeated subtraction. So exercise number 1 says, you put 15 marbles into 3 groups. How many marbles are in each group? So, as the instruction says, draw pictures to solve the problem. That is exactly what we are going to do. So we start with a total of 15 marbles, right? And we have to share them in 3 groups. So I'm going to start sharing 1 marble in each group. When I share these marbles, it means that I have 3 less marbles from the total I had at the beginning. So that will be the same as saying that 15 minus 3 is equal to 12. What does this 12 mean? It means that I have 12 more marbles to share in the 3 groups. So I keep sharing 1 marble in each group. What does it mean? That from the 12 marbles I had, I shared 3 more. So I have 9 marbles left to share. If I continue sharing 1 marble in each group, it means that to the 9 I had left, I took out 3 more for a total of 6 marbles. I keep sharing 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. So it means I took out 3 more marbles and I have left 3 marbles more to share. So I share 1 more, 1 more, and 1 more. And now I have 0 marbles left to share. What does it mean? That there are 5 marbles in each group. So remember, we always answer with a complete sentence. So there are 5 marbles in each group. Okay? Okay, now let's correct exercise number 2. It says, you need to put 20 ice cubes into 5 glasses. How many cubes should go into each glass? So what do we have to do? We have to share the 20 ice cubes into 5 glasses. So I'm going to start sharing an ice cube into each glass. All right? So if I had 20 ice cubes at the beginning and I already shared 5, how many do I have left to share? Yes, you're super right. I will have 15 ice cubes left to keep sharing. So I'm going to continue in the process. I will share one more ice cube into each glass, right? So if I shared 5 more, how many do I have left to keep sharing? Yes, it's true. I have 10 more ice cubes. Very good. So let's keep sharing. I will share one more ice cube into each glass. And that means that I have 5 more left to share. So let's share once more. Alrighty. So I don't have any ice cube left to share, and I already shared the 20 I had initially into the 5 cups, into the 5 glasses, okay? So we will say that 4 ice cubes should go into each glass. Right? Okay, now it's time to correct practice 1-6. Exercise number 1. There are 12 small gift bags. Each bag can hold 1 toy and some stickers. There are 36 stickers. If an equal number of stickers is put into each bag, how many stickers will be in each bag? So this problem, although they are giving us information about the toys, we don't need that information to answer the question. So we need to focus on the 36 stickers. I am missing the S. All right. So the idea is that we share these 36 stickers in 12 bags. So let's start doing it. So I will share 1 in each bag. So that means that now I have 24 stickers left. I will continue the process of sharing. So out of the 24 I had, So out of the 24 I have left, how many can I still share? Yes, you're right. I have the last 12 stickers to share in the 12 bags. So there it goes. Now, if you look at this process as a repeated subtraction, what did we do? At the beginning, we had 36 stickers. We shared 12 because we have 12 groups, and we have 24 left. Then we subtracted another 12 when we shared another time in the 12 groups, and we had 12 stickers left. And then we shared the last 2, and we had no stickers left. Notice, so how many stickers would we have in each bag? There will be 3 stickers in each bag. Notice that the result is the amount of times I subtracted. I subtracted 1, 2, and 3 times. Okay, so exercise number 2. 1 egg carton holds 12 eggs. How many cartons are you able to fill with 60 eggs? So here we have to focus on 60 eggs, and we have to share them in groups of 12 until we have no eggs left. So here I already shared it once, so that means I will have 48 eggs left to share. I share another group of 12 eggs, which means I have 36 more eggs left to share. So again, I share another group of 12 eggs, which means I will have 24 eggs left to share. I can still share more times. So I share the 12 eggs once more, and I still have 12 more eggs to share. So here I go. How many groups was I able to make? You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 groups of 12 eggs. Now notice how many times did I subtract? I subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times, which corresponds to the answer. So I am able to fill 5 cartons with 60 eggs. Okay, so exercise number 2. 1 egg carton holds 12 eggs. How many cartons are you able to fill with 60 eggs? So here we have to focus on 60 eggs, and we have to share them in groups of 12 until we have no eggs left. So here I already shared it once, so that means I will have 48 eggs left to share. I share another group of 12 eggs, which means I have 36 more eggs left to share. So again, I share another group of 12 eggs, which means I will have 24 eggs left to share. I can still share more times. So I share the 12 eggs once more, and I still have 12 more eggs to share. So here I go. How many groups was I able to make? You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 groups of 12 eggs. Now notice how many times did I subtract? I subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times, which corresponds to the answer. So I am able to fill 5 cartons with 60 eggs. Okay, so exercise number 3. There are 21 students in Mr. Tendler's class. These students divided themselves evenly into 3 groups. Evenly means that they have the same amount, or that we have equal groups, or the same amount of elements in each group. How many students are in each group? So I already have the answer ready for you. So we have 21 students. We have to divide them in 3 equal groups, which means that we have 7 students in each one of the groups. Here, if we want to do it as a repeated subtraction, we started by subtracting the amount of students I share every time. So that means that I had to subtract 7 times. And the answer is there are 7 students in each group. Exercise number 4. Calvin read an 18-page chapter in his social studies book in 2 hours. If he read the same number of pages each hour, how many pages did he read per hour? So here, very easy, we can start thinking a little bit of the division algorithm. So in this exercise, what we had to do is divide 18 divided by 2, which equals 9. So that means he read 9 pages. Exercise number 5. Writing to explain. A class is planning a party. A pizza restaurant cuts each pizza into 8 slices. There are 32 students. How many pizzas does the class need to order for each student to have a slice? Explain. Here they are not asking us for the exact answer.
They are asking us for the explanation on how to find the answer. So, I am not so good drawing, you know that. So, I decided to represent the pizzas using rectangles. So, what did I do? I started drawing squares representing the 8 slices in each pizza until I find out how many do I need to have one slice for each student. So the explanation could be something like this. I need to make groups representing 8 slices of pizza until I complete 32 slices.
Now we are going to talk about inverse operations. I guess you're wondering, what does that word mean? Well, inverse means exactly the same as opposite. I will give you some examples of opposites. Light and dark are opposites. Heavy and light are opposites as well. The same happens with big and small. Back and front are opposites as well. So, it is very important to understand how multiplication and division are inverse or opposite operations. In order to do that, I invite you to watch the following video. Pause this video, and if you want, you can go back to the PowerPoint presentation, click on the link, and once you're ready, come back to this presentation. Once you're ready and you already watched the video, I invite you to record some relevant information in your notebook. So bring your notebook, bring your pencil case, and get ready. If you need, pause the video, and once you're ready, click play again. Okay, so let's copy some important information in your notebook. Remember that we write the date and the title using any color. Remember the date should go next to the left margin. So here, please, you will write April, the day you're doing this activity of the year 2020. The title is Inverse Operations. And this is the information we want to write. Multiplication and division are inverse operations. Please write these words with a different color and in capital letter. I can think about a multiplication to solve a division sentence. Once you're done copying this part, you can go to the next slide in which you are going to copy an example. The example goes as follows. To solve 28 divided by 7, I can think about 7 times what is equal to 28. Since 7 times 4 is equal to 28, then 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. Now, I invite you to print the worksheet called Multiplication and Division as Inverse Operations. There are 2 worksheets which have the same title, but they contain different exercises. Here I am pasting a picture of each worksheet, so you will make sure you're printing the ones you need to complete the exercises. This one is one, and this one is the other. You will find the answer key for these 2 worksheets at the end of the file I sent for the material to be printed for math. Once you completed these 2 exercises, I invite you to do a 3rd worksheet, which is called Practice Exercises. In the presentation, I am including some additional resources. The first one is the link, this link that you find in here. In this link, you can practice your basic division facts. This is an additional resource which I consider really fun and nice to do because it is about coloring. So if you want to do it, you have the file you will find the worksheet in a different file, and when you print it, you have to make sure you only print the one you're going to complete because it includes the answer key, but it is not necessary to print the answer key. Alrighty. If you want, you may watch this video that is in here as a wrap-up activity, as a summary of everything we have learned about division. It is super important you verify you had accomplished the objectives of this lesson. So here they are, so you can read them again and check and make sure you accomplished all of them. Because once you're ready, it will be time for you to do an exam in relation to division concept. So, good luck. Love you. I hope to see you soon.